Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and we'll get started on our next multiplayer matchup. I'm going to be playing as the Chaos Daemons of Khorne. We're going to be playing against the Astra Militarum. We're going to be playing on the Munitorum map, 2,000 point matchup here. It's going to be an 80 point target, 8 turn limit, and I'm just playing around here trying to get some more experience to see if the Murderous Tide changes really do anything. So far I really haven't seen much of a change, but we'll keep playing around with it and see how this goes. So I think what I'll do is probably use the Fleshhound build, because I find that that works out pretty well, because the Astra Militarum usually has quite a bit of basic infantry to kind of run as a screen. They also have access to frag grenades, which can allow them to still do some decent damage. And then we'll have a bunch of summoners here too. So I will have 2 Bloodthirsters here to jump and hopefully kill some tanks, 3 Bloodmasters, 1 of the... what are they called? I forget. The Blood Crushers, and then I went max Fleshhounds, and then filled out the rest of our roster with the Bloodletters here just to play around with it. Now, we're probably going to have quite a bit of difficulty on a map like this with our Daemons of Khorne, because we don't really have any jump infantry. Now, neither does the Astra Militarum, but they also do have an advantage where they have transport for their guys, whereas we just need to be running all over the place. So we'll just kind of attack this from a couple different directions here, try to get our guys around until we find out where his units are going to be. And unfortunately, you know, with the stairwells being just a single squad at a time, that will create some choke points which may work against us. And we'll try to run along the trench there to try to get to the point, but you know, depending on what he has for heavy flamers, they may make us have to just run away. So we'll see what we can do here. In fact, with the stairs being a little bit broken right now where you can just run across here without much of an issue, we can probably just run over with the Bloodthirster here. And actually it doesn't look like he really has much coming over this way, so that's a little bit unfortunate for us, because that means he's probably going to have most of his guys consolidated on the other side. And now, because we've run all over the place here, we're now going to be a little bit out of position. So how do I want to do this, I wonder? I can't quite get you here. I could probably fly over here. Now, if he put guys on Overwatch, I'm going to regret my life decisions. Oh, Jesus. Alright, well, yeah, that's not great. So we got multiple Demolishers, heavy flamer variants. He's got some las cannons and some basic infantry, and he's going with a Castellan build to buff his accuracy. So that's really bad news for us, because I think I might have just screwed this guy. Maybe... well, maybe if I put him here, he'll be into cover. And that may keep you safe from those Demolishers, but I think he's about to eat a bunch of lead the next turn. And then with the double attacks that the tank commander can do, that may be a bad day with dual las cannon attacks here. So this may be that may have been a big disaster. Alright, let's just kind of run you guys around here. I think all of his armor is going to be on the other side. So these guys, unfortunately, have quite a bit of my Bloodletters on this side. Alright, we'll try to run you up to here so you can at least be buffing up the armor for everybody around there, because I assume they're going to get shot up. He's got a fair amount of Cadians, as we expected, and that's why we have all these Fleshhounds here. But the big thing is now I got to run to the other side of the map, because I don't want him to just be flaming us down and then shooting us, because really his Demolisher cannon can squad wipe our Fleshhound, and then he can wipe out a Bloodletter with the heavy flamer. So this is kind of bad news for us. So let's just run these guys up, and if he does charge in, then maybe we can get our Bloodletters in there, but I doubt he's going to charge in like that. I haven't played this player much that I can recall, but he seems to have a pretty decent force selection. Yes, he's got another Leman Russ, he's got Chimeras. Yeah, so just looking at his force selection here, I suspect this is going to be a more experienced player. He seems to have a pretty balanced and effective army against what I brought here. This may actually be a bad day, so I think I may actually just need to retreat from this area. Because I think he's just going to blow us apart, because the Chimera Transport has heavy flamer, the tank has heavy flamer, and then he's got the Demolisher Cannon, which will squad wipe a lot of my guys too. And then he can finish him off with his shock troopers here. Now that one has a multi-melta, so he's going to be like extra good at killing my heavies here. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this Bloodthirster's hosed. Ah, that sucks. I thought maybe I was going to be quick enough that it was going to take him another turn to get up there with those tanks and get him into range. I suppose maybe use move with his Castellan there, and that might have helped him get into combat a little bit better there. I guess we'll just bring you into there to again try to buff that armor. And who knows how many guys he has in the transport. Alright, let's see how bad this is going to be. So going to use those to capture the point and just body block it. Here comes the Castellan. Oh yeah, he used Bring It Down. Yeah, it's going to be even worse. 250 damage. I assume he just landed both of his last cannon shots. I can't, it's not showing me the animations for whatever reason. I've been noticing that's been bugging out a lot more recently. That's pretty frustrating because then I can't tell what's going on. Yeah, see, he's going to unload those guys. Capture that point. Yeah, shoot those guys down. Like, he's killing stuff, but I can't tell what it is. Oh my god, is this thing really gonna die to these shock troopers? Oh, that is so pathetic. Khorne is gonna be very displeased with that. I'm actually quite shocked that he landed all those attacks. I would have thought he would have harder time, because not all these guys have the Castellan, but I guess with the Bring It Down, his armor's so low. And then the evasion.
My gaze will be blood tribute.
Alright. Oh, he must have a Psyker. Yep. That's going to be a problem too, because that means he's going to be blocking pathways, and then I'm not going to be able to get in there with my melee. Ooh, this is going to be a problem. Alright, well, let's run you guys over to here. You should be able to flame down these guys. And then you can't move, but I could move you to here, and that might trigger the last cannons, or not. If I move you to here, you can flame there. If I move you to here, you might be in partial cover. I don't know if that's really going to matter, because I assume he's just going to take you out with the heavy flamer. Now, I think I can bypass that debuff using my charge ability here, but I'm still suffering pretty heavy accuracy penalties. And I need to move you so you're not together, because then he's just going to get multiple kills with that heavy flamer. And you can run up to here, so I probably want to just do that to get any kind of damage I can guarantee against the demolishers that I can. Yeah, so 130, so that's good. Now you can run over here. I think you're dead no matter what, so we might as well do some damage to the Chimera transport. Okay. Let's see here. And I guess I can start summoning guys too. I should be out of heavy flamer range.
Khorne wills it so.
Alright, there's some more flesh hounds. Alright, let's move you to here. And maybe just kind of move them everywhere around here. But if I move them... See, I gotta move them up far enough to be able to get them into combat, but I don't want them to be so close together. Or so far forward, then he's just going to shoot me and retreat and kite me, because he's going to kill a ton of my guys. I also got to be careful with those las cannons here. Because they'll be able to set up and that'll increase their accuracy further. I think if I bring you over to here, you should be pretty much in cover. We can summon some more guys. Alright, bloodletters. That's actually what I need right now to kill his vehicles. Yeah, this is not looking good. I'm going to have trouble killing all those tanks because if he's smart, he's going to focus down my bloodletters. And then I'm just not going to have killing potential for those tanks since I lost the Bloodthirster. And I got a Bloodmaster. I mean, it'll be good because they can do decent damage, but... And they won't... I won't have to worry about the flame, but...
Violence and death.
I also almost need regular squads. Yeah, see, I got Flesh Hounds again. I mean, on the plus side, I guess they will help us kill the infantry. Because we will need to take those guys out, or else he's just going to sit there and use his tier 1 ability and teleport all of his infantry around the map. So I do have to be careful about that. I think if I bring you there, you should be safe from the flamer. Alright. Well, let's see what we can do here. Alright, so frag grenade. These guys will finish them off. Yeah. Yeah, they're getting into the Chimera. You're gonna run over here and heavy flame there, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, those guys are down. We kind of expected that. Those guys are down. Tank is coming up. Shooting into there. Yep. Psyker, gonna use your... Yep, there's Psychic Maelstrom. We figured he was gonna do that. Oh my god. Heavy Flamer? Nope. Man, oh man. They're just landing all their shots. He's coming over there to shoot down my Bloodthirster. He's going to reinforce over here. Yep, this is what I expected. He's going to keep deploying these guys all over the place, make me run. Yeah, dropping over there and then going to try to get behind me and capture that point, I bet. Yeah.
Pitiful. Khorne cares not.
Yeah. Because now he's like, if you're going to run in there to the Maelstrom, they'll die. Interesting. Okay. I'm not quite sure why he pulled those back further. I mean, it's not wrong, because he knows the Bloodthirster's got to get over there. Alright, how do I want to do this? Well, I can run you over to here and try to soak up this Overwatch. Shit. I thought maybe they were going to miss that. Alright, well, let's get you over to here, because I need all 5 of you, I think, to... Oh, your flame attack is on cooldown. I didn't remember that. Yeah, there's no way for me to get over there. I can do the charge attack here, and I should be able to kill that. Well, maybe not. It's 105 to 140. Is there any way I can do damage to that tank?
Violence and death.
If I run you up here, you can increase your damage and armor. I can charge you into here, but then you're going to get hit by the Maelstrom. I think we got to risk it. Alright, 139. One more of those. This could be the make or break situation. Damn it! Alright. Well, we knew that was going to be pretty unlikely. Alright, we got this guy. We got to get this guy off of there. You're up to 2. Honestly, I think I probably just need to take away that momentum, or else he's going to get a bunch of extra attacks on me. Alright. I can run you over to here and you can flame these guys down. Let's do that. Because I need these guys to be done so he stops running all around the map on me. Because he has way more mobility than I do. Actually, if I walk you over to here... You should be able to run over to here, and your flame is still good, so you should be able to kill these guys. And now you can come over to here and take that. And then we'll try to put you... I'd like you to be in cover, so you can summon the following turn. If I bring you over to here, you can start chopping down these Cadians. I kinda hate to risk you getting sacrificed, but I need you to start chopping these guys down. Because as he's killing my flesh hounds, I'm not going to have the killing potential to get those guys to stay down. Alright. If I run you... Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to charge if I do that. I could run you over to here. What I'm trying to decide is how do I want to try to engage the most guys, because I need to lock down these tanks. But I for sure need to take away some of that momentum, because if I don't, they're going to just get double attacks on me, and that's going to kill even more of my guys. If I get you over to here, I'm pretty sure you can't charge through, right? Even though it kind of makes it look like you could. So let's get you over to here so you're a little bit closer, because I do need to take out those las cannons. I mean, they're not a huge priority, but it's big enough that we got to do it. because he could still be charging those guys around. Let's just charge into here and try to maximize your damage. Yeah, see, it's +1 movement in there, so let's just do that. Yeah, you can't get into combat. Let's just bring you over to there. And I can bring you over to here. I can... Do I need to... I think I need to start bringing you guys over this way to try to protect this location. And then... I mean, I'm going to have to push that spot on the right side here. Because if I can capture the victory points, I can win by victory points, but I'm not going to win by just killing, because he has more firepower than I do.
Violence and death.
Alright, so he's probably going to die. I could put you into cover here. The big thing is I just don't want him to snipe you down, because I need you to get that as much momentum as possible to keep those attacks coming. Because I'm effectively going to need to either decrease their accuracy and movement with my tier 1 ability, or use my tier 2 ability to take away his overwatch and momentum. Alright, let's see what happens. I suspect he's going to give that ability to the tank where it's going to be able to run away with me without activating the overwatch. The question is he going to be able to land enough attacks? Oh, damn it. His bring it down's off a cooldown. Alright, he's going to shoot. Yeah. He's just landing all those attacks. Come on, man. Can't you guys ever miss? Shit. Oh my god. Come on, suppress him. Naturally. He's dead. Oh, he still does have another set of guardsmen in here. Alright, so they're going to capture the point. I guess I should have had somebody just stay there and body block. I can't believe he made all those attacks. Those guys are going to sit there and body block the command, or the strategic point. Yeah, he's shooting into my Bloodmasters here. Yeah, let me guess, gonna deploy them on the point? Nope, gonna reinforce the one over here. Makes enough sense. Yeah, he's like, why run away? I can just body block it. Ugh. Well, I can try to charge. I can get into there. We gotta drop this Psyker, because I can't have him using those maelstroms on me. The issue is I don't know if these guys can get the kill with one round of attacks or not. Nope, I can't.
I am not often surprised like this.
That is actually problematic. So I could obviously kill that guy, but that's a way overkill situation. What I need to do is try to get as many of these guys over here that I can to buff them up. Alright, and now you should be able to attack here, and hopefully with the 2 murderous tide stacks that'll actually do something. You did get 1 crit, so that did help your damage. I think what I gotta do is just have you come over here and attack there. Okay. And then you can charge here. It actually probably would have made sense for me to attack with you instead. But maybe I can get off my charge attack, and maybe that'll push him off of the strategic command point. If it does, then I can get that. Ah, shit. Didn't overwhelm him. I can run you over to here. We can get you a little bit closer to flaming down those guardsmen. You're up to 2. You're already here. I mean, I really want you to do damage against some of these other guys, but I also need to take that command point. I guess we're going to charge you over here. Try to overwhelm these guys. And naturally you didn't do it, so I'll attack you again. Well, I guess that means you're coming over to here. And you can just start chopping these guys apart. And then 1 more attack. Okay. And I guess let's just bring you to here and take that. And I can have you start attacking the Demolisher. And body blocking this position. Because that should be doing like 80 damage. Yeah, so it did 90 something, so that's good. So that's a little bit to help us. I'll keep you there and make him waste an attack, although I think his Flamer should be up, so that should be a free attack, and he should just easily be able to take this point. Alternatively, if he lands both his multi-laser attacks and his multi-laser, he can kill both those bloodletters, and then he can just take the point anyways. I think here, what I need to do is just space you guys out in case his Flamer comes back. I can bring you up to here, and you can try to lock down those las cannons. And maybe we just pull you back to here to hopefully attack these tanks. And then maybe if I run you up to here, that'll make it a little bit awkward of an angle for him to attack you. I think I messed myself up by letting those flesh hounds there. I think I just left him out in the open, so now he's going to get him killed. Yeah, see, he's firing into these guys. This is kind of what I thought was going to happen. Yeah, Flamer's up, so there's the kill there. Yeah, he's like, I'm just going to pull back and shoot you. Oh no, he's going for the flame attack. So he's going to flame here, kill those guys, and then shoot the other ones in the face, I bet. Yeah. Last cannon's coming up. Oh. I wasn't expecting you... Oh, he's using the castle and just come up here and punch you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so those guys are down. Now he's going to shoot the flesh hounds, I bet. Yeah. Because I put him out in the open like that. I guess if I didn't do this, he would just... Ooh, I was not expecting him to take those other guys out. Oh, that was a mistake. And then these guys are going to just shoot the other guy, I guess? Okay, well, at least he missed. Yeah, he's body blocking there. Oofda. Alright, well... Shit. Well, the question is do I use your action points to summon more guys or to attack? And I think I need to just summon, because everybody's so close to dying. Of course it's a bloodletter. Bloodmaster, I mean. Now let's get you over to here. If I got you up to here, you can punch that twice, but you're not going to be able to get the kill. You're here. Well, if I run you over to here and then summon something, I might be able to get him to come back and back cap that last victory point. Maybe. I think I'll chance it. I think what's going to happen, he's just going to use those tanks from up above to shoot the Bloodmaster, and then he'll come down here and flame these guys. So I think that might have been a bad mistake, but I think it's the only way I can think of trying to get that point. You know, the other option is I could have come over here, used my tier 3 ability, which would do 30 to 50 damage. And then I could have just ran that other Bloodletter, and if he had two, or Bloodmaster, and if he would have had a good damage roll, I might have been able to kill one of these tanks. Oh, I'm just a little short, so I can't attack those heavy weapon squads. I was hoping to get that. Shit, I think that's what I should have done. Well, do I just get rid of his accuracy and movement to try to mess him up? I think he's going to get the Castellan buff, so I think it's going to nullify the situation a little bit. Damn it. I should have killed that tank. At least I could have dropped one of them. And then the other one would be almost dead, and if he ran it over, then I could have killed it the following turn, and that would have taken out those two demolishers. Damn it. That's what I should have done. And I'm pretty sure you cannot... Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to do enough flame damage with a single model here. Yeah, maybe I should have at least chanced it with a charge, and if you did overwhelm him, you could have taken this point. Because now he's going to have way more movement than I am. Shit, I think I lost this. I lost this, yeah, because then he's still got the tank commander here. And then he's going to be able to use his command point ability. Damn. Damn. Because I suspect he's going to use a Valkyrie dropship to move his guys over, right? Ah. Yeah, his las cannons are back up. Yep. This is what we thought was going to happen. Shit. Oh, mistakes were made. Yep, he's down. Yep, picking him up. And then gonna run with the Castellan, I imagine.
All who pass my gaze will be blood tribute.
Yeah, he's running him over and then he's going to drop him down now that he's got vision over there. Yep, that's exactly what you should have done. Yeah, so beautiful job by our opponent here, really showing a good example of how to use the Astra Militarum, and he's got excellent Valkyrie dropship technique going. He's stacking his buffs, he's really locking me down, he's doing good target selection. Yeah, that was really well done by our opponent here. Man, once I lost that Bloodthirster, it was all downhill from me. I really needed him to help me take those tanks out. But as you can see, the Demolishers work really, really well against your Chaos Forces here. And then you throw in a little bit of heavy Flamers in there, and it can just be a real nightmare. And then he did an excellent job with using his Psyker abilities there. I think he showed off every one of them, right? He used the accuracy and movement issues, debuff. He used the Maelstrom. He used the Night Shroud to get his Demolisher out of there. I was quite shocked at the amount of damage those Demolishers were doing against the Bloodletter, but I guess once you really knock that armor down, it gives you the potential to do a lot more damage. And then obviously, because you're going to be in fairly close quarters with those Demolisher cannons there, using the Heavy Flamer just to take down all of the infantry that are in your way just allow you to really cripple the Chaos Forces, because really once you take out the Bloodletters and the Bloodthirster, you don't have enough units to really help you take out, do enough killing to the tanks, because it's going to take 3 or 4 rounds of attacks with the Bloodletters to kill a tank. And then the Fleshhounds, they do a really good job against killing infantry, but they really struggle because they don't have a ton of armor piercing. So unless a tank or a vehicle has its rear exposed, you're going to have pretty limited damage, and then they're going to be able to follow up and just slaughter you. And then by stacking up your kills, your battle lines, you'll get lots of momentum, which will then help lower your graze chances and your damage. And then you get to surge and take out another round of guys. So you can really see how that can get out of control. Now, the last cannons, they did pretty decent damage. I don't know if they really paid for themselves, but it didn't really matter because he was doing such a good job with locking me down with everything else. So definitely a bad showing on those Bloodthirsters, but you get, I find that both myself and opponents have both lost many matches by charging in there with that Bloodthirster and getting them sniped down. I just thought I had more time to get them there, and I thought that cover was going to help me, but that bring it down ability and then stacking it up with the commander there really worked out well. Now, I would have thought between the obstacles, the partial cover, the accuracy debuffs that get applied to the tank or Lehman Russ, whatever you're using to use the bring it down ability with the commander, he wouldn't have been landing all those shots, but it was what it was. So I don't know. I think even if I would have moved it to that other square closer to the stairs or farther away, I think I would have just been left out in the open still. So I don't think there was really a way for me to save that Bloodthirster, unfortunately. It was just a real kick in the dick to see it brought down by the Cadian shock troops. I have yet to see that. So that was quite the situation there, and I think I was kind of joking around with the other player. It's like, man, where were these Cadian forces when they had to defend Cadia? It'd be from Abaddon there, because man, he was just dropping me like nobody's business, and I think he only missed like 1 or 2 attacks. And ironically, it's with the tank commander, which I tend to find misses the most attacks out of any of the tanks. But oh man, that was painful. So, but really nice showing by our opponent there. So definitely showed what these forces can do. Now I tend to bring more sentinels, but because that heavy flamer and then just can do hit and run attacks, but he didn't have to worry about that so much. He was just going for the kill. Now I suspect he was thinking maybe I was going to have some demon princes and things, and maybe I should have brought those guys around, because then I would at least have a little bit for somebody that could attack from range and then try to get into cover. But I just couldn't pull it off, and that would give you the ability to then have another round of summoning there, which could have helped me, because it was a really close match. And if I would have just been able to hold on to those strategic command points for another turn, even though my forces were getting slaughtered, I might have been able to sneak out a win there. But with everybody getting killed, it just fell apart, and I should have just ran in there and at least tried to kill a couple Lehman Russes there between my tier 3 ability and that Bloodmaster up there instead of doing the summoning because of the flamers. But the problem was I wasn't keeping count on where his cooldowns were on the heavy flamers and the last cannons there, and I was just being sloppy. But it's sometimes hard on these asynchronous matches when there's a couple days in between there to remember what the cooldowns are on those abilities. So that definitely didn't work out well for me, but fun match. I really enjoyed it. It was a real nail biter for most of the way, and he just outmaneuvered me. So beautiful job and nice stacking abilities there by our opponent. So, and I think the big learning point for me is that if you have a Cadian shock troop that throws a frag grenade and starts to weaken down those bloodletters, that using that the twin multi-laser can just about squad wipe the remaining units there just with the sheer amount of firepower that they have. So
those chimeras, definitely I'm going to have to pay more attention to using those potentially against the Chaos Forces, because that really worked out well for him. The amount of shots that he has really does a lot of damage to the Blood Master, and then the Heavy Flamer obviously will take out any of the low tier low armored units. That worked out really well for him there. And then obviously you can then run around and be deploying your infantry around the map as needed from the safety of that Chimera, so that worked out really well for him. So with that, I'm going to say I haven't really noticed any changes to the Murderous Tide. I thought maybe it was going to significantly increase it, but I think it was kind of they changed how how the numbers work on their calculations, but I did not see any significant change in terms of their damage output. Maybe I'll play around with it a little bit more, but I do not see there being any buffs to the Murderous Tide, and it looks like the way it was programmed before, there's really no significant changes. So my recommended changes with the Chaos Demons I think still stands here. So with that, I'm going to sign off for the day. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. It encourages me to post more content for you. Have a great day.